right. Hey, coaches. Today's video is going to be from our triple gun offense. We're going to show how triple option and our jet play tie in together. Again, all these videos on our secondary plays, I want to really keep tying back to triple. For our youth coaches, just so they keep understanding the rules on how we block it and what it is, because we have to run it so many times that it just becomes boring. So I don't mind making it a little boring for everybody. Um, Teaching triple every time we do this, and then we can see why these other plays work, why they're successful. Because really the philosophy is you run triple until they stop it, and then you have a reason why they stopped it, and hopefully something else opens up. So let's get right into it. All right, so we have a 3-5 defense. We're going to start off with a triple to the right. This formation, we have an unbalanced tight end over. All right, so he's gonna block down to the handoff key or the backer, depending on what we do that week. Our base rule is leave the read alone, and he should be going to the backer. All right, the offensive line is going to go gap away double. So we should see the rest of the offensive line focused on their gap away from triple. So if we're going triple right, they should all be having their eyes to their left gap, right? Their gap away. We'll have a stock block from our receiver unless they've made a call to trade it. Don't think about it too much, right? Right now we just focus on that stock block, and then I can coach it up if we call the trade on any of these. So and then the slot is always going to block number 3 on triple. If there is no number 3, he's going to seal backer to safety. So just to keep going with our rules, number 1 is our handoff key. He is the first man outside of a 3 technique, so we would even count a 4-eye. And then we always go outside to on top. So if there's a man outside the number 1, he would be the 2. So this man right here would be the 2. There is no uncovered man outside to on top of him. So this blocking slot is going to know that we're going to now seal. So we should basically be looking to block him. Hopefully the tackle has him. That's what we want most of the time. If this tackle can get his way through and block him, that allows our slot to bounce up to the free safety, and now we're in a really good spot. All right, so here's triple. All right, and we've done this in a whirly deal, so I apologize for that. We have this back is going to just do his whirly motion. He'll be the pitch man, and it's as simple as this. This guy is the remaining slot, so he's going to block the same way. It's harder, but it really can confuse the defense. So this is a built-in way to talk whirly triple. So he runs that whirly motion. Whoever is the remaining slot has to block number 3. So he has to look across, and really what should happen is he should be cutting through and doing his best to cut him off. So we'll see where that ends up. Okay, so in this case, I'd say that's a minus for this guy because he should be aligning in a better spot, close enough to get across and get to him. He kind of gets caught in the wash and doesn't do too much with it. So we give the handoff, and even after those mistakes, we're in a pretty good spot. We get people leaning the other way. We're coming back to our unbalanced side, but we have backers stepping that way. So we stay on schedule with a 3-yard gain. If we block that correctly, we should end up with a much bigger gain here. And really, as soon as this number 1 is occupied and blocked, that should be a pull automatically. That gives us permission to pull that ball. We should now be taking that on a keep or a pitch. Okay, backers off balance, wrong read, made mistakes, and we still get 3 on it. Okay. One more time here. We got our whirly motion. Number 1 gets blocked. We should be pulling it and pitching off of this man right here. All right, if we pull and we pitch off of him here, we have a really good situation. We're blocking here, and our next threat is about 10 yards deeper here. So, we should be able to attack. That would be a missed read. But we still do it. We keep the ball safe in the rain. We gain 3 on 1st and 10. All right. We fall forward. We get an extra quarterback and pitchman follow out their fakes, and we get that free safety occupied. All right. So then the very next play, we come back, and now because we've been a threat to send the tailback up the middle, up the middle, up the middle. One of the reasons we'll run jet is because we have extra men trying to really muddy up this box, right? When we have linebackers flying up to the box and we need to get outside in a hurry, jet is a really good choice for that. Jet is also a great choice for the youth game as well, because you want to get the ball to your best player and get it to the outside. So at our youth level, I would expect jet to probably be run a lot more than triple option, but triple should be practiced at the youth level as much as possible, and then run your jets all day. It's a great play. So we'll run jet for the reason I said before: backers fill in the box, giving us a lot of room on the perimeter. Sometimes, and this is a Tony DeMeo thing for you guys that are following Triple Gun with Tony DeMeo. Tony DeMeo, he's the best. He's the guru. Sometimes you just got to give your quarterback a break. You gotta keep your quarterback out of a position where he gets hit, and he can still carry out a fake and do different things, but he's not going to get hit. He doesn't have to read anybody. He's just given the ball. So this is our way to say, hey, we want the ball going to this man. We want the quarterback to get a break. Hopefully, we can occupy these backers. So let's run jet. Okay, so following a simple 3-yard triple, we've now made these backers come up into the middle, and now we can run jet. Quick rules on jet: we're going to go gap 2 in a reach type of behavior. We tell the tackle, your job is to reach 1. We still count all the time. Tackle should be reaching 1. The slot should be reaching number 2. So we still make that same count so that we can keep practicing our count for triple. So that's how we would determine it. So we should see this unless there's some sort of trade being called. Okay, we get these motions here. Now for the tailback, he can go either direction. There's weeks where we think he's a better matchup to go block. But if we think that we can get multiple men moving in the wrong direction, we'll send the tailback opposite, just like in rocket sweep. So we can decide, because it's not our primary play. We feel like we can just do what works best. All right, out on the edge, we've set an unbalanced formation. You can do this out of any formation, but we have it unbalanced. Our simple unbalanced rule is the unbalanced end is responsible for the free safety. Let me do that again. The free safety is up in here. Okay. We send him over so he's in front of a good free safety. That's the number one reason we do it. So he has his rule already. Find the first safety that you see in this defense. It's the free safety. Go get him. We have a regular stock block over here. Then, like we said, tackle reach 1, slot reach 2. The remaining line is gap 2 with a reach behavior, and then we have our jet man. Quarterback should be faking opposite. Whether he has the tailback with him or not doesn't really matter, but the quarterback needs to at least have people freeze their feet. Okay, so we have our motion. That motion can be quick, right? Sometimes these guys are ready for the quarterback to turn and give attention to the tailback. He didn't. So now we have linebackers going forward, and we're working lateral, and they're getting outnumbered pretty quickly. Okay, we'll watch the tackle. Does the tackle get a reach on one? Yes, he does. Our guard is uncovered, and a lot of times when a guard is uncovered, we'll actually have him pull first just to make sure that he can get outside. I know a lot of teams will do that. So he does that there. So huge block here by the slot. I don't think he does it perfect. Obviously we want to get to that outside armpit. So right here, gets a body on him, but the way our man's helmet fits inside, that kid did a better job. I mean, he got his body outside, but we have a body on a body. We need to work on footwork and get ourselves to be an outside blocker. We should be reaching number two. In this call, the tailback is part of the blocking scheme. We look good here, right? We have a block that hasn't even started yet, a block that hasn't even started yet, which is good. We don't want to be engaged for too long. All the reaches on the backside are good enough to get us out of here. Quarterback's fake on the backside, holds him and holds him, so we should be okay. So 31, our running back needs to bend it a little bit, but that's all right. We get our blocks, and now we know he's gone, but if you look at what the quarterback did, his eyes weren't perfect, but him faking back here keeps these guys shuffling. Both of these guys shuffle for a quick second. And really, when you think about it, great lesson for players. Just one or two steps, and all of a sudden, they're just a second too late, and we score instead of getting tackled. Right, so who knows if those kids are not faked out? Are they sliding more with jet? And are they there? Nope, they had to check a few seconds. Now we're in great shape. One last point with this one, as we start talking about open field blocking, good topic for a future one. I love how this kid forces his man to go underneath, right? So that's a big part of what we're doing when we're trying to get the ball outside. We have to try to shade him on the top end. So I love this last step where he shades high enough, forces him to come underneath. That's the only option he has. And even though he sort of misses him, the timing in football just kind of makes him too late. If he had been, lazy and just gone where he wanted, that free safety is going to get over the top, and maybe we get a gain of 15 to 20. But he takes that one extra shade. He said, "Hey, I'll let you escape low." Now it's too late. Our tailback is flying down the field. He's chasing the ball. Doesn't really get a block off on that one. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. That's why we're okay with him going both directions. There we go. So again, just to finish up, we got a whirly triple going this way. We got linebackers having to really respect things straight up the middle. And then we follow it up with an unbalance to the other side, a real quick hitter going right to the perimeter. And we take it to the house. So that's a pretty good sample of why we have jet in there. The blocking scheme is pretty simple. It's gap two. We're going to reach number two with our slot. We're going to reach number one with our tackle, and then everybody else has to get to their gap and just reach and don't let anybody through. Let our jet man get through, and it's a really good complement to triple. So any youth offense that does anything like what we do, jet is probably going to end up being more of a primary play for you. But for our guys at our youth level, hopefully you're practicing triple on a regular basis. And if it's just not ready to dust off on game day, that's fine. Jet can be a main thing for you. But they do work really well together as you get to 7th, 8th grade in high school, complementing each other. So hopefully that helped you out a little bit. Reach out anytime you want to talk jet sweep, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.